campsite. And I'm not going to tell you where this place is because it's one of my favourite campsites in country Victoria. Now, while my mate Ash is setting up the camp, let me tell you a little bit about this caravan. It's the High Terrain by Atlantic Caravans. It's their off-road model. Now, it's available as a 17-foot single axle and also a 19-foot tandem axle, and that's the one that we're checking out today. Let me show you around because there is a lot about this caravan to check out. One of the first things that I noticed about this caravan was the Oztrekker suspension. Now, this is a 3.5 tonne setup. It's a leading trailing arm, coil, independent system. It's built by Roadrunner, the same company that does the chassis. Now, when you're out in the bush or you're in the outback, you're gonna need your 12-volt power. Now, the High Terrain gets a standard 2 120 amp hour AGM batteries. It's got 2 150-watt solar panels mounted to the roof and also an Anderson plug mounted to a chassis rail, and that way you can bring along a portable folding solar panel, plug it in and, chase the sun if you want to. So as standard, the High Terrain also gets the BM Pro Battery Plus 35 battery management system. Now, this also comes with a Trek digital display which lets you keep an eye on the 12-volt power, your water levels and more. Now, it looks like Ashley might need a bit of help, so I'll go give him a hand. Now, with most vans, when the batteries are mounted to the chassis rail, it's really hard to access the batteries. But Atlantic has developed this really easy swing-away door system that's held in place by this over-centre catch. Honestly, it's so easy to get to the batteries. Another standard feature, you've got the stainless steel Swift slide-out kitchen. It plumbs directly to the van thanks to a gas bayonet. You've got your hot and cold running water through a 12-volt pump. And I also like the fact that sensibly it's out from under the awning. Sometimes it's the little things about a caravan that really stand out. I'll give you an example. Here we've got a piece of customised checker plate shaped to protect the gas regulator. That's a really sensible idea. And up front, you've also got a couple of jerry can holders because look, when you're out in the bush, it always pays to carry more water or fuel. And if you're really keen, you can also bring along your own generator thanks to the slide-out tray on the offside. Now, the High Terrain has as standard a grey water tank, and look, that might be nothing unusual, but what I like about this particular van is that most of the PVC plumbing associated with the grey water tank is protected by a checker plate stone guard, and you don't always see that. Any off-road caravan worth its salt is going to need some good quality off-road tyres. Now, the High Terrain gets some Cooper ST Maxis. This is a well-known quality tyre. Our van even has an upgraded Fusion sound system, so when no one's around, you can really blast those tunes inside and out. Now, in case you're wondering what this material here is, it's an Aluka Bond composite aluminium cladding, and that sits over a Meranti timber frame. Now, it's lightweight and it's quite strong. So here I am inside the caravan, and as I mentioned, one of my favourite features was the Trek digital display. It even lets you isolate all 12-volt power to the van, so turning on the lights, well, push of one button. Another thing that strikes me about this caravan is that the kitchen has a really good amount of bench space, and of course you've got this lift-up section over the stove. And I'm no interior designer by any means, but I just think the laminate finish looks really good. And honestly, no shortage of internal storage space. And it looks as though it's really well finished off as well. Speaking of storage, there's one other thing I want to show you. Under the bed is where they keep the optional diesel heater. But here you've got this little false bottom, so you can still use it for storage. And if you really wanted to, lift up the false bottom, access the storage heater, and you still got some more storage as well. Now, the interior mightn't be huge, but it's really comfortable for 2 people and really well appointed as well. In terms of the design, the colours are soft, they're muted, really rather elegant. Almost like a little hotel room. Some really decent features inside this van. You've got your reverse cycle air conditioning, your large Dometic fridge freezer, even a front-loader washing machine. And let's not forget your cassette toilet, your separate, fully moulded fiberglass shower. Big mirror too. I've also come to love these 12-volt Sirocco fans. Now in the real world, the MUX would not be the ideal tow vehicle for this particular caravan. Now this caravan weighs 2770 kilos unladen, so look, we're fine because this vehicle can tow 3 tonne. But you might ask, why am I using the MUX? Well, that's because this is a new vehicle and I wanted to see how it would perform with a heavy load on the back. A better vehicle would be a Jeep Grand Cherokee, a Toyota Land Cruiser, or some of those dual cab utes. Okay, good van, good time, good beer. It's time to hit the road.